Hey everybody, welcome back. I've got a guest speaker with me today. It's my wife Jen. Not the first time she's been on. Ryan is out with his wife, so taking a little vacation. But the show must go on. So here's the plan for today, Jen. I want to talk a little bit about retirement. And if I said you had one source of income in your retirement, what would that do to your nerves?
And then not knowing
And not
what's
know,
there,
yeah,
that would not be okay with me. Like, I would worry about it. That would keep me up at night.
that'd add some stress.
Yeah.
Absolutely. As a teacher, I've talked to a lot of different teachers throughout my career here, especially in the last couple of years. And it's surprising how many teachers tell me, at least I have my PERA pension, or I hope my PERA is enough. And that's what leads us into today's topic. When it comes to your retirement, relying on just that one source of income can be extremely risky. That's where our three-legged stool approach comes in. We're going to break down how the three components, PERA, savings, and investments, how they work together and how it can help you and strengthen your retirement. Ready?
Let's go.
Okay. All right. So in the example here on the screen, we've got three legs. What do you think? Three legs.
I think 3 legs keeps you solid.
Yeah,
If you had one, just one here, that's a balancing act. That's a lot of work to keep that thing upright.
absolutely.
Two, you're okay, you're better. But three, like, you can sit on that and relax. You can enjoy your retirement.
I like how you said that. Sit on that and relax. Three bases, three solid pieces going in. So as we just mentioned, if you just had one stool, one leg of the stool, it'd be pretty topsy-turvy, pretty shaky. But PERA is the foundation of Colorado teachers, right? We are fortunate enough to have this wonderful pension, and it creates a foundation. Okay, this in my district, we contribute 11% every month to PERA, and that PERA pension grows and grows, and it's great because it's a defined benefit and it's guaranteed for life. Even you will be getting some of my PERA when I'm passed on. So take advantage, right? There's three big things that I really like about PERA, and one is that lifetime guarantee. The next one is it's based on your salary and how many years you've worked. And then what I think is kind of interesting is PERA is not really affected by the stock market, right? So when the stock market drops, PERA doesn't do too much. Now, yeah, inflation kicks it in the rear end because of the cost of living analysis, but that's for a different video. I think we've covered that already. So, but PERA, it's a nice starting point, right? We've talked about
Yeah.
it. You've seen how much I've got in my PERA and where we're working towards.
Yep.
Could we retire on just my PERA?
That'd be tight.
That'd be
That'd
tight.
be it'd be a cutback.
It'd be a different lifestyle than what we have now, huh? So here's the thing. Let's say, for example, you work for 30 years and you retire with a pension of $45,000. Is that enough? Right? For us, that would be tight and they would be hard, and I don't want that. Right? So that's just that one leg, though. Let's go into the next one, your personal savings account. So even with PERA, we still want to have a little bit of a cushion, those unexpected expenses, right? How much time do you think people should have set aside? How many months
How
do you
much?
think?
Oh, how much money in
Yeah,
months?
yeah. How much money in months should people have set aside in their savings?
I mean, that's personal. Right now, where we're at, I'd say 3 months is probably adequate. If one of us were to lose our job, 3 months would get us to, we could find another job in 3 months. Um, if we're retired, I'd probably want 6 months, closer to a year, just because I know that we don't have as much income coming in. It's going to take longer to replenish that. I want a little more cushion, but
Yeah, I could even see Jen when we actually get to retirement. She wants 18 months set aside. I can see that. And that's not a bad thing. Like she said at the beginning, this is a personal decision. How much are you comfortable with being set aside? One thing that I would also throw out there is look for a high yield savings account. We bank at a local credit union, and their savings is pretty trash. It's like a 0.05%. But we also have an alternative savings account outside of the credit union that's paying us at the time, right about now, it's paying us close to that 4.5%, which is way better than the 0.05%. So we've got a nice little cushion off to the side. It's growing faster than at the credit union. One other thing is a health savings account. Now, you have a little bit more experience with this because you have one through your work. Can you go into some details?
Yeah, so a health savings account it's great. It's money that comes out of your paycheck tax free, so it goes directly into this account. You can use it for medical expenses. The great thing about it is it's taken out of your paycheck tax free. It grows tax free, and you can take it out tax free. So you can invest the money in your HSA. Most banks will do CDs or investment funds, but you don't have to use it for medical expenses right now. If you pay for medical expense cash right now, you can save that receipt and reimburse yourself for that expense later on. So you can keep that money growing right now.
Yeah.
And then once you get closer to retirement age or you're in retirement, you can pull money out to reimburse those previous expenses, and you've got the money tax free, but it's grown over the last however many years.
Yeah.
So
I love it. It's if you're able to and you're in that position where you don't go to the doctor very often, or when you do, you can afford to pay the cash, let that cash sit in your retirement, in your HSA, your health savings account, and continue to grow.
yeah.
So that's awesome. Okay, so tip, start with the emergency fund. Build up to what is comfortable for you, and then branch out from there. So let's talk about this third leg, okay? The investment side. This is where it gets a little bit fun. This is where both me and Ryan and even Jen, we get a little bit excited, a little bit nerdy on some of this stuff. But before we jump into that, let me just recap what we've talked about. Our PERA, fantastic for covering your basic needs. Savings, great for those unexpected expenses. The investments are our growth vehicles. These are the things that's going to take us and help us have a lot more comfortable retirement. Okay. Jen, real quick, what are some of the more common basic retirement vehicles that people can use?
You got your standard retirement accounts, your IRAs, your 401ks, 403bs, even 529 plans can be sort of their savings vehicles.
For kids.
Yeah,
If
education
you've got kids.
expenses. Then there's your standard brokerage account, which is real estate is another great investment vehicle. Those are probably the most common.
There's a whole bunch. So once again, this is where you might have to do some homework and find out what works best for you, because there are pros and cons to each of them, right? Grow tax free, take out taxes now, pay taxes later, right? Different vehicles do a little bit different things. But here's the fun part. Even if I start with $300 and I'm 30 years old, right? So I've been teaching now for 7 years. I'm not 30 years old. I remember those days, but not there anymore. If I took $300 and I worked for the next 35 years, so at 65 I retire, and for those 35 years, I take just $300 and put that away into a 401k, getting an 8% return, I'm going to have over $600,000 extra on top of my PERA, right? So this gives me an extra 21,000 plus the 41 or 45,000 of PERA. So now I've got $66,000 in retirement, right?
Living expense, like money to live off of.
Yeah. 66 is a lot better than 45. So that's the power of investing, right? I've done a video where talking about how to become a millionaire. Take a peek at that if you're interested. It's a little bit more money than $300, but you can still retire a millionaire as a teacher. That's where investments really start to shine. We like to do real estate, and maybe real estate adds another leg to our stool. Maybe we have our PERA, my PERA, and we have the Roth, and we have the savings, and we have real estate. That becomes a lot more solid of a retirement. Would you agree with that?
Oh yeah, the more legs you have, the better.
So each leg serves a fantastic purpose. And PERA gives you the stability, savings gives you the safety net, the investments gives you the long term. Without these, yeah, it's going to be shaky. Are there any other thoughts about these three legs or investments that you want to throw in there before we kind of put a bow on everything? So you've just watched the video. Let me help get you on the path here. Let me give you some action steps. What do you do next, right? Well, the first thing that I would recommend, first thing, go to coloradopera.org and find out what PERA can do for you. Because like we said before, if you're on PERA Table 9, it's not going to do much for you. But knowing what it can do is wonderful. It's a starting place. That is what we'd recommend. Start by going to your PERA, look at what table you're on, find out what PERA can do for you in your stool. What's number 2? What do you suggest?
Say set a savings goal, whether that's $1,000 or 3 months or a year's worth. Set that goal and move toward it. And once you reach it, set your next goal. You know, $1,000 might be great for you right now, but a year from now, 2 years from now, that's probably not going to be all that you need. So keep progressing on that. Just, start saving, start building your safety net.
Perfect. Last but not least, I'm going to build off of that, and I'm going to say start or increase your investments. If you're already investing, can you max out your investment vehicle? Can you contribute a little bit more to your brokerage? What can you do? If you're working towards real estate, what's it going to take for you to get your first property, right? So start or increase your investments. And just because this is on YouTube, if you're not sure where to start, put your comments down below. We would love to reach out to you, connect with you, help you where you're at. So leave a comment down below. Also, your future self will thank you for this. Like I've said at the very beginning here, we've talked to teachers who are 10 years into teaching, and they're like, I don't need to worry about this. This is far away. Your future self will thank you for the planning that you're doing right now. Take the action steps, find out what you need to do, get yourself in a more solid, a wonderful retirement is waiting for you. And that's what we have for you today. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. Let us know your comments down below. What leg of the stool do you need help with? Which one is your most favorite as well? And we'll catch you guys on the next one. See ya.
See ya.